Does that mean Navi's our babysitter?
Yep. That's kind of a little bit how I've seen it. Here we are at the Kakariko Graveyard.
One of the creepiest places. When I was a kid.
Yep. Just one of. There will be many more, Ambi.
I like that the fence covered its face.
The heart-pounding grave-digging tour.
Yep.
My cute face. Aren't I adorable?
Oh, look at that kid. He just wants to be scary. And we can't mess with the gravestones because this kid's here.
Rude.
Even if we're further away. He's watching. So who's the rude one, the kid or us?
Obviously the kid. We're a protagonist. We're automatically in the right.
Ah, that's true. So let's go ahead and jump to night. Kid's in bed now. We've got the gravedigger, Dompe. Yep, that's a gravedigger.
Hi, my dude. My friend.
You look at that guy and you automatically know, no matter where you might see them, they're a gravedigger.
No gravedigger.
Yep.
That or they're only seen at night.
Yeah.
Oh, his face may be scary, but he's not a bad guy.
He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
And
In his side business. Yeah.
It's not really a side tour. I mean,
so the
side
tour
door.
is that he digs randomly in the graveyard, and if he finds something cool, you can have it.
10 rupees for one hole. Okay.
Just what? Not on here.
Yeah. So now that the kid's gone, we can go ahead and mess with the gravestones. Stompy doesn't care.
Wait,
he just digs the grave. He doesn't fill them.
He's digging up the graves?
He's digging something. I mean, that's what he's doing.
It's grave digging tour, but when he dug up the grave, there was nothing in there.
Well, he just did a single shovel, though. Like, people are probably pretty low. I mean, look at this hole under this gravestone.
What?
Deep hole.
I wonder how long it took Dompe to dig this out.
Couple years. I also like how the kid's like, don't mess with me, I'll tell Dompe. And then Dompe comes and he's like, I don't care.
Hey!
Hey,
Big boy shield. Big boy shield.
Appreciate it.
Yep. And you can also see there's a weird-looking wall behind there. Keep that in mind for later. And some bones.
Some good bones. It smells like
Gotta
a
have
bone
some
room.
bones.
Good bones.
The air smells calcified somehow.
Smells like bones.
Which is calcium.
Yeah. I was making another game reference.
Smells like bones.
Look at those bones. And the Hylian shield is a little bit big for us, so we can't hold it out in front of us and actively block like you can with the Deku shield. What you can do is crouch down and protect yourself from attacks that way.
Huh.
This shield is fireproof, the Deku shield isn't. If you get hit with a fire attack while you're blocking with the Deku shield, it burns up. You lose it.
It's gone
Ooh,
forever.
damn.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Just like your dignity.
And we've seen these places before. Bugs like small holes, so let's let this bug explore this one. And let's go ahead and get infinite bugs. You catch one, and there's 3 when you let it out. So, you can never run out of bugs if you're careful. Little bug, let a gold Skulltula out.
I feel like the little bug probably pushed the Skulltula out, like, this is my house now, get out.
Yep, exactly. And every one of these patches that you see, if you drop a bug in it, a gold Skulltula will come out.
And the thing is, you can put things other than a bug.
Yep. And that'll also come up later. So keep that in mind too, Ambi. I hope you're making notes. I hope you've got like a
small
in front of
notebook,
you.
yeah.
Of
Because
course.
you will be tested on this.
We'll come back to it later in the next episode, and we expect you to know the answers. What can you put in a hole? That's the exact question.
I mean, there are many answers to that.
Exactly.
No.
So we expect all of them.
Yep. Every single thing. So you can hear that Skulltula crawling around, but it's up too high in the wall for us to reach, so I just ignore it.
Can we not shoot it down?
You can shoot
Well,
it down, but then you can't reach
get
the
it
token.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would need
The token's
something to
too far
bring
up.
the token itself.
Yep. Let's check out this one. Oh, hey.
I hate it.
The fuck?
You hear that, Amp?
Turn around.
Don't want to.
Leave this place. Idran, this just brought up our LP from PG to rated R.
This Ambi is a redead.
So
Oh
now
god, its
undead
arms are
are
moving.
redead.
Its arms are moving. now, now he's been blinking this whole time, and all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, listen before you go forward.
She doesn't want us to mess with it.
Don't poke it with a stick." Oh my god, Navi, that was useless.
Oh, Jesus.
I fucking hate this.
Well, only one thing to do. Stick.
Or sword. Check that out, Roxie.
Oh, effortless. So good. I'm so proud of you that, like, you rolled... Did you roll past? I don't even know. It happened so fast.
Yep.
Look at its face. Oh,
Bye.
it melted into the ground. Oh, delicious.
Bye. Oh.
But yeah, those fuckers. So, because Idran was so skilled, he couldn't show you what happened. We'll just save that for another time.
Yep. But yes, those are the
Redid.
second most horrifying enemy in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
You remember what number 1 is, Roxie.
I think automatically came to my mind what number 1 is.
And here we get the other thing in the graveyard. You might remember these from like the past, a Poe. Whenever you disrupt any grave that doesn't have a hole underneath it, a Poe comes out. And like Navi said, when you Z-target them, they disappear, so you've got to take care of them without Z-targeting. If you get too close, then they'll swing their lantern around, try and hit you, and when you do hit them, they run away.
They're so cute though, because as they're backing away, they're like, no, 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 no.
Yep.
Nami, no, no. No, no, no.
You also see that since they're ghosts, they can just phase through matter like that fence. And I try to slingshot it here, and that hurts them too. But they're kind of quick, so it's hard to get them without a Z target. If you kill them, they leave behind a spirit.
Oh. Okay.
I think this is a... So collecting Poe spirits is something you see in later games too from here.
Yep. So I'm going to empty out a bottle, because you can catch this. Now, unfortunately, I was a little bit too slow. When you hear that cackle, that means that the spirit's spinning that.
We lost the bugs for nothing.
Let's go ahead and take on a different one. And thankfully, bugs are everywhere.
I mean, this is true.
For a moment I was worried that the spirit was going to get stuck on the ground.
So was I when I killed it. There it is. You can see it in the bottle there. See, you don't actually kill the Poe based on that bottle icon, it looks like. You just decorporate it. Because that's a full Poe in there, it looks like, just squished. And here we've got this Triforce panel on the ground. So I jump ahead a little bit from how you're supposed to uncover this, but whenever you see a Triforce panel on the ground, and it seems like a royal family-related thing, play the Song of the Royal Family, and something will likely happen. And you might have noticed also, by the way, that it's raining here in this part of the graveyard.
Interesting.
Ooh. Look what the fuck you did, like.
You're gonna have to carve a whole new one now. We've also got these two, the Royal Composer Brothers.
I really love these guys.
This is Flat the Younger. Hole of the Graveyard?
They're like boss pose?
Not even mini-boss, really. They're still as strong as normal pose, they're just special, and something special happens when you defeat one. And you can see their lantern attack there. This one's happier.
Yeah, you killed me. Unbelievable.
I like the implications there. That ghosts don't like scaring people. It's just their job.
Hereditary mystic power. Does that have to do with the Triforce then?
They are connected to the Triforce. And connected to time. Remember that the royal family is pretty strongly associated with the Triforce of Wisdom, which is the Triforce of Nehru, who also covers time. And this is evidence, by the way, that Ganondorf has been doing stuff for a while, because they had to have died a while ago.
Yeah.
So he's been planning stuff for some time. So that was Flat the Younger. Over here we have the tombstone of Sharp the Elder. Do you get it, Ambi?
Yep.
Okay.
Flat and sharp.
I mean, the reference.
The younger and the elder?
I just meant Flat and Sharp. Is there another reference there that I missed, Roxie?
No, that could have been... Actually, that's really smart. Like, what if Sharp was the older brother and Flat was the younger? But...
I mean, there's also... Was it Pliny the Elder and Pliny the Younger?
Yeah.
And there's an English politician from
Pitt the Elder and
Cromwell's
Pitt the Younger.
time.
Yeah.
Pitt, yeah, that's the one.
Yep. I think they were just older and younger brothers, though, so I think Roxie was right.
Mysterious powers. But, like, was this mission given to them by the royal family?
I think so. They served the royal family in a mission, so this was something they were supposed to study to, I guess, unlock the power of the Triforce that they were connected to. And then Ganondorf got word of it, and since his whole thing is trying to get the Triforce, and when he tried to get the information out of these guys, they wouldn't give it up, which is pretty good on them, and so he killed them both. And no one made the connection to Ganondorf, it looks like.
Has nobody talked to these ghosts before? They seem to know it was Ganondorf.
Well, I'm not sure if talking to ghosts is something everyone can do, or if it's something special because of Link. I imagine it might be a Link-specific thing.
Possibly.
What do you think, Roxie?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not something I ever thought about before, but that is a good point. And here we have another classic Zelda enemy. We saw a few of these in Link to the Past. We've got Keys. They're bats.
Very fragile.
Yep.
Well, if you, like, can hit them, it's because, like, since they're just hanging on the wall, I think it's easier to hit them. But when they're flying around in your face, forget that.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Also, I do like the bones. They're good bones. There's an actual skeleton! Look! There's an actual skeleton and a human skeleton!
I don't know if it's a human, it seems to only have one eye.
It's a human skeleton! There's
No, that's
two.
the nose hole, Ambi. You can see the divots above the nose.
Oh. Okay.
And you're the biologist.
Well, I mean, all the others have like holes for eyes. So.
That's what I'm saying! What are these skeletons?
Shine light on the living dead.
Who is the one human who died here?
I like to think they're just all humans and just... I chalk that up to the game.
Fear.
Here we go. By killing all the keys, we open this door and we hear it again.
Ooh, God.
Only this time they're not just sitting and waiting.
So, what do these Redead do? Oh, God.
Let's try killing them from afar? Nope. Nope.
Just totally deranged.
Gotta take them close up. So maybe we can just slip by. So yeah, if they catch you, they see you, they scream, and the scream literally paralyzes you. So I was lucky there, because I just kept on moving. But if they do catch you, that's when they attack. What Roxie was talking about earlier.
You have to let yourself be attacked at least once.
I will at one point.
For him to see how scary it is. It changed my life.
Give peaceful rest to the living dead. So kill the Redead?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't just do that, though. There's...
The secret melody of the Composer Brothers.
This is the one they talked about, the whole time.
Okay, but this is some bullshit because if you see on the wall, they only have 4 lines in their staff instead of 5.
Hey, different cultures have different musical notations.
Well, of course, but I mean, why isn't it the same when you play it?
Oh, I see what you're saying, okay. Well, no, but the Composer Brothers were Sheikah. Link is Hyrulean.
Yeah, but how do you automatically know to translate it? Like, what training, what education do the
Link doesn't know doors, but he knows musical transposition. That's a good point. I don't know.
They
Doors
dropped
are
the ball on this
strange
one.
So, can we take the fire from that room into the previous room, or...?
You know, that might be a way to do it, actually. I don't know if that's intended, but there's an easier way to do it that I will do later. So instead, we play the sun song here. It does 2 things. This is one very nice aspect of it. The light of the sun freezes the living dead.
You can use this to brutally wail them.
Yep. So let's give them a peaceful rest. And it does have a time limit, so I'm replaying it here just in case. Unfortunately, you didn't hear the sound. That's because it turns out you actually can't refresh the duration like that. You've got to wait for it to run out and then play it again.
Yeah, so you got to sit on your feet.
Yeah.
Well, these Redead are pretty sturdy.
And you can see that one woke up and it's starting to walk. The fact that I froze it got its attention. And I slip up a little bit trying to play the song, but I get it.
He's doing a shuffle.
The Redead Shuffle. And if this, by the way, gives you some questions about the Sheikah, it very much should. That's something else to keep in mind for later, Ambi. The question about why are these creatures in the Sheikah Graveyard?
It's like, were they forced to stand guard?
Or is that just what happens to Sheikah when they die? They have kind of the same sort of face shape, so...
It looks like it might be some kind of burial mask that they're wearing. I've never been able to be sure if that's like supposed to be a corpse visage or if it's like a burial mask.
I thought it was like a burial mask.
If that is just the face of the corpse, that might even be more terrifying. And it's morning again, because we played the Sun Song a few times in there, and that's the other purpose of the Sun Song. It advances you forward to either the start of the day or the start of the night.
Rip.
Rest in pepperoni.
R.I.P. in peace. So I think we hit all 3 of the R.I.P. memes there.
Yep.
And so while we did see the village in what was technically day, let's check it out at night. So if you're in an area where time doesn't advance, it just teleports you like this. If you're in an area where time does advance, you can actually see time rush by you and change from one to the other. I'll show that part off later. And you can hear that now that it's night, some stuff has come out here. I've said this before, but I really love the audio in Ocarina of Time.
You can, like, there's like 2 degrees of shuffling it's doing.
Just the environmental stuff in general. Like, you can hear the caws of some bird here. In the morning, you can hear the chirping. It's really neat. So there are a few Skulltulas here. There's also a few people that have come out now that it's night. This here is the carpenter's son, the lazy guy that he mentioned. And here we've got an emo.
Well.
A genuine emo. Actually, I think you can't tell there because it's dark, but he has a mohawk, doesn't he?
I couldn't tell either. We'll have to take a look out for that when we pass by him later. Right now I'm on a Skulltula hunt. There's another one right up there.
Wow.
It's a nice surprise if you don't know about it and you're climbing up that tower.
Right? You just face your Skulltula and you have to jump off. That's my life.
Thankfully, they don't do the charging thing that the normal Skulltulas do. They just sit there, and the only way you can get hurt is if you run into them. You can also do that, by the way. If you're falling and it's a long enough ladder, if you're holding up, you can actually catch yourself on the way down. It's kind of neat. I don't remember if this one puts us at 10, but I know we're over 10 at this point. So, after we get a few more, we'll be able to see what happens as the curse slowly lifts. So I wonder if the others in the village know about the Hulso Skulltula, or if they just avoid that place.
Probably
What
just
if-
avoid it.
What if, by them being cursed, it kind of erases their memory from everyone else's in the area? Like, who's like they're just like, yeah, that house is abandoned. We don't know what happened. Just
I like that idea.
yeah.
They aren't even people anymore, not even historically.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
a very unknown armies thing.
Yeah. So somehow Link can just go in because he's never experienced that, and he has
Also,
a
he
Triforce
is
of courage.
the hero.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally the hero.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have the Triforce of Courage yet, but he is linked to it.
Oh yeah, he is actually Link. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can do this. Ah.
Too much heft. Did I just judge it right? Oh, oh.
I lose patience. Well, Link's a kid. He loses patience quick. He's like 10 years old right now, I believe. Maybe 9. Which, by the way, keep in mind all the stuff he's doing at like 9 or 10 years old.
Pretty successful kid.
Yeah. We're up to 13. So I think now we head up to the house. But yeah, Roxy, did you ever read up about how werewolves work in Unknown Armies?
It's great.
No, actually.
So what happens is when they're in animal form... So I'll go into the origins of werewolves later because I don't remember the details. I want to look that up. But basically, one of them's free now. But basically, because the universe doesn't know how to understand the idea of something like an animal soul and a human soul sharing a single body, when the werewolf is in animal form, the universe treats it as though they were always an animal. It literally rewrites history such that this person was always an animal. And when they change back to human, it rewrites back so that this person was always a human.
That's amazing, so it just can't accommodate for something that's in between.
Yeah, the universe doesn't know how to handle it. And when someone's killed in animal form, then they're always an animal throughout all time. The funny thing is, when someone does something that's impossible for a human, people remember that the human did it, like if it was a werewolf with a bird form, they remember seeing a human fly, but it doesn't occur to them as weird until someone points it out to them, because that would cause too many questions in the underlying structure of the universe if they realized it was weird. So they just
So
go...
it's kind of like tearing the fabric of reality.
Kind
then.
of.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And particularly because you did it, or people did it. Specifically, if somebody who knows the werewolf, or like the lycanthrope, as a human, sees them as an animal, they instantly become a human, and retroactively have been a human the entire time.
Yep. So I jumped ahead to daylight because I took care of all the nighttime stuff. And while we were talking there, we also picked up the adult's wallet, so now we can hold more money.
Hey.
We can go up to 200 now. There are 3 levels of wallets, I believe, and they don't all come from the house. I think that's the only one that actually comes from the house. We got the adult's wallet. There are 2 more that I can't remember the names of offhand. I believe the second one lets you get up to 500, and the third one lets you get up to 999.
Or a fox.
Yep. This is the mask we got from the Happy Mask Shop. This guy wanted it for his son. For his son. Oh no, I don't know what that is. It's key something, right?
Key
A
something.
Pokemon?
It's popular, right?
Well, the key is actually based off of Japanese folklore, isn't it?
Yeah, Kitsune. Yeah. You meet an actual Keaton in Majora's Mask, but here it's just like a popular fad among kids right now.
Yeah, I just
So
mean, the Pokemon reference isn't...
Yeah.
We know it's not actually
It does look a little Pikachu-like, though, the face.
How dare you.
Well, it does. Look at it. It's got the ear
Pikachu
thing.
has a round face. That is an oval face.
Besides that, though, it's Pikachu adjacent. So
Ow.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing we gave him that mask for his son.
That
His
they
son,
immediately
but
put
he
on
wears
and began
it, yeah.
wearing.
Here we go to Death Mountain. Remember Tektites and Link to the Past? They're back.
Oh god.
And they are very annoying to deal with.
Oh god, so many.
And you can hear that Skulltula, but it's hidden, so can't get to it right now.
Oh, so bouncy. Ah, they're weak to sticks. Excellent. It's a big rock. Dodongo's cavern. Hi.
He's a good boy.
So friendly.
I love them. They genuinely look super happy.
Yeah.
They're good boys. They're like rock onions.
Many Dodongos. I need Dodongos. What are Dodongos?
They are reptile people that live in volcanic areas and breathe fire. They're a bit explosive. And, well. So this was the main food source for the Gorons, and apparently Ganondorf came in and sealed it off.
Weird, huh?
So he's
I also
essentially
like how-
starving off of people.
Yeah.
I do also love that Ganondorf's magic power of really big rock. It's a very practical magic.
Yeah. But yeah, he's really devoted to getting the spiritual stones. He cursed the Deku Tree to try and get the spiritual stone of the forest from him. The Gorons are another people that hold a spiritual stone, and that's why Ganondorf is trying to wipe them out, so that he can just stroll into their city and take it. They also like doing this, Gorons.
Whoa.
He has to get to work on time.
Yeah.
Roly poly.
They're basically rock people. So they eat rocks, they are rocks.
Rock onions.
Rock onions.
It'll catch on.
But
They
you'll...
have layers.
Gorons have layers.
And let's show off the time thing here, by the way. Now that it moved over to day, you hear the Kugo call. You can see that sky up there. And the shadows and the light.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's really neat.